Hi and welcome to Replicate This AI Edition. Problem number 4. This is what I like to call the Paisley Railroad. So let's get right into it. First thing we're going to need is a path. I'm going to make sure this path is not black but red so that we can see it. And wow, okay. Just a regular 2-point red line. I'm going to start here and I'm going to click there. I'm going to come back and edit this after the fact. So pull out handles there, pull out handles there, and that's the end. Okay, to break this little rubbery tail that's sometimes annoying, just hit escape or grab one of the arrows, black or white. I'm going to hit A on my keyboard to get the white arrow, the direct selection arrow. And I'm going to adjust these handles so that I can hug more accurately the original curve. That is about as accurate as we need to be. So let's drag this down a little bit to right there. Okay, that's going to work. Actually, this is bothering me, so I'm going to fix it. One of the perils of being a perfectionist. Okay, let's take this path, and this is also one that is completed with the appearance panel. And let's go over to the appearance panel, and we see that we have a red stroke and no fill. That is, we don't want any fill, but we do want I think we're only going to need a 1-point stroke that is black. But as you can see, this center stroke here is not solid. So let's click the stroke, the underlined blue stroke word, which actually brings up the complete stroke panel from within the appearance panel. It's sort of like a nested panel within a panel. And the way that you get perfect circles in a dotted line is to check. I like to check both of these. I think all we actually need is cap. But just for safety's sake, I like to click both of these middle buttons, which round the dashes that we're going to be making. So let's click dashed line. As you can see, if we zoom in on this, it looks like little hot dogs. It is a rounded dashed line. But let's go back in here and change that. In order to get circles, you have to type 0 in this dash field right there. 0, and I think, what's 3 going to do it for us? Let's see how that compares with our example. Okay, it looks like we need a 2-point stroke. There we go. And then we're going to need, let's click stroke again to get to the gap, and let's type in, how about 4? How's 4 going to look for us? That's close enough, right? 4.5 maybe? Can we do decimals? Yes, we can. Okay, that is a great center stroke right there. Now, what is lying underneath this circular dotted line? It is a white solid stroke. So what we need to do in the appearance panel, we can either drag this whole thing down on top of the create new stroke icon, or we can hit add new stroke. It's going to do the same thing because add new stroke at this point carries the visual properties of the previous stroke. So I'm going to grab this lower one here. I'm going to change it to yellow actually so I can see it. I can change it to white later. I'm going to bump up the weight. I'm going to go to the stroke panel that's embedded right here. I'm going to uncheck dashed. I'm also going to re-square the cap and corners so I have a flat end there. And let's see, 6. Let's go with 6 point. I can now change that to white because I know what it looks like. And I need to duplicate this bottom stroke. So last time I dragged it on top of the duplicate selected item, but this time I'm going to hit add new stroke. And as you can see, it gives me the exact copy of that white 6-point stroke that I just made. So let's change this to black. And let's bump up the stroke weight. And you'll see that that replicates what we have here. I don't know. I'm going to go with 10. I'm going with 10 point. And what do you think? We've got 1, 2, 3 strokes. We need one more, don't we? Don't we need these railroad ties? We do. So I'm going to click add new stroke again, and I'm going to grab the bottommost stroke, and I'm going to click the stroke panel, the nested stroke panel, click dashed because we do need it dashed. This is actually just a really wide dashed stroke. And let's see, is 2 going to be enough? Gap. Probably 3. All right, now we're getting somewhere. We actually need a little bit wider dash, so let's go with 3. Okay, that looks about right. Now let's reduce the space in between. Okay, you know what? If you can get this close, then you will get full credit and a good feeling inside if you can replicate this Paisley Railroad with something that looks like this. Now, the bonus here is that once you've set up a graphic style like this, I want to call it a path pattern, but it's not a path pattern, it's just a stroke pattern that we've created in our appearance panel. We can actually save this and use it on different shapes, and the way that we do that is we go to our, graphic styles panel, which has all these hideous patterns in it that you should never use. It's actually got a couple of these Paisley ones that I've made, and I'm going to show you how to get this specific customized path pattern into the graphic styles. You just drag it in, and there it is. That graphic style 4, I can now apply it to any shape. Let's do something interesting like a polygon. Let's just see what it does with, I don't know why it's choosing that stroke, but here's my stroke style that I just made right there. I can put it on anything I want. I can draw a path with a pen. Let's go over here. I could draw a path with a pen and apply that to it. I can do anything I want with it. Escape to get out of that rubber band. So that's a bonus, right? Make a super complex path stroke and then save it in the graphic styles panel. That's pretty much all you need to know for number 4. See you on number 5. Thanks.